All right, good evening and welcome to another interesting episode of the Eurozone here on the Our Media channel, your favorite and most authoritative YouTube channel podcast, where we bring to you all the latest happenings at the ongoing Euro 2024 Championship, where there is a shocking news because the host nation, Germany, have been booted out of the competition by the La Roya, that's the Spanish national team. And mind you, that going into that game, it was a repetition of the 2008 Euro final, where it was El Nino's goal for Spain that was able to separate the two sides after 90 minutes and gave Spain their second European championship before winning another one 4 years later in 2012. So the latest coming from Germany, as far as the Euro 2024 is concerned, is that Germany have been knocked out of the Euro championship, and which means that we've seen Toni Kroos officially hang his boots after Germany were knocked out. We'll also be previewing two other games where England will also be coming up against Switzerland. That will be quite a tough game. And another mouth-watching game between the L'Orange of the Netherlands. They will also be taking on Turkey in that one. But today we are here to review that game between Spain and Germany, where it was Mikel Merino's header in the 119th minute in extra time gave Spain the win in that one. And it means that the chances of Spain winning their fourth Euro, and that could be a record because no other team has been able to win 4 European championships. Spain could be the first to win 4 at this point. Their chances are still alive, but there's still two more games to play, if I should put it. I'm delighted to have enjoyed one of the best analysts as far as the Euros is concerned in the person of Atiga Maoli-Force. Welcome, Force.
Thank you, Josiah.
Just a couple of hours ago, Spain are through to the semis. It's a shocking result for you.
No, it's not. If you look at the entirety of the tournament from beginning to the quarters, you realize that Spain has been so far the best team. You understand? I mean, collectively, individually, they've got the players that have come to the party. They've got the players that have come to the fore. You look at Williams. You look at what's the name? Lamine Yamal. You look at Dani Olmo, who got the first goal against Germany. You look at the entirety of the Spanish national team, and they've been able to, interpret they've been able to come to the party. But you see, vis-a-vis what the Germans have been able to do, the Germans have been very efficient, right? But against top-notch opposition, you remember a couple of days ago, I told you that it's going to be very, very daunting for Germany to get to be able to qualify, because you look at the Spanish national team that has been solid, right? Defensively, attacking-wise. And you see, one thing about the Spanish national team is the fact that they have a spine that is spot on. If you look at the defensive setup, if you look at the link between the attack and then the defense, they have it spot on. Yeah. You go to Germany, and you realize that, you see, there's a dysfunction between the German national team, not entirely, in the sense that they had to go and bring Toni Kroos from retirement. That should tell you that what there's a link missing, there's a piece missing from the German setup, to the extent that they had to go call someone who has already retired. Because if Germany had the players in that midfield, what's the name, triumvirate, to really have a go, I don't think that it would have gone further to bring what's the name Toni Kroos back into their fold. So it just tells you that Germany has a lot of work to do, collectively, individually. I don't know if they are losing their identity, which is far-fetched, because I might not be able to say that because the data is not backing that. But I think for the fourth consecutive tournament, they've not been able to go to the semi-finals. That is very telling. From a point of view that this is Germany that has won the World Cup 4 times. This is Germany that has continually, from history, shown that they are among the best when it comes to the footballing nations in the world. But for the past couple of years, they've been shambolic. They've not been able to, express themselves. They've not been able to prove the reason for which they are known as a footballing team.
All right, so we'll be talking about the German national team and also Toni Kroos, who has officially retired from football right after Germany were knocked out. But talk to me about Spain. One of the early scares for them was when Pedri got injured in the 8th minute and he had to be replaced by Dani Olmo. And you look at Pedri and Olmo; these are completely two different players. One is more offensive. Pedri plays as a more central midfielder. And how did that really impact Spain's win in this one?
In a tactical street, right? In every tactical formation, you need what we call balance. balance in the spine, balance in every aspect of the game. So when Pedri got laid off, right, because he was injured, Olmo comes in. Even though Olmo is an offensive player, be mindful that you are playing against a German national team that is playing at home. I get to the point. So he needed to have that bit of defensive responsibility as well, comparatively, compared to what he used to do. It is the freedom that was given him, the opportunity that was given him to further go forward, right? That led to him getting the first goal. So it's just about understanding the role and interpreting it. You see, replacing Pedri is a difficult decision because this is a guy who can give you 90 minutes of non-stop running. This is a guy who can give you 90 minutes for what? Solid defensive abilities. So for you to bring Olmo, who everybody knows from Leipzig as an offensive player, to bring him into the setup and then show the defense, being able to do that, and then add an attacking threat to the game is massive. You see, even when he was brought in, Spain did not move from the 4-3-3. That is something that has been ingrained in their system, and they've been able to master the tactical disposition of the coach and realize that the only thing that has changed about the tactical setup of the Spanish national team is the instructions to be direct. Apart from that, absolutely nothing has been able to change about the Spanish national team.
All right, so that was a man of the match, performance from Dani Olmo, a goal and an assist in this game, and he was involved in all of Spain's goal that has seen them progress to the last four of the tournament. But finally, what do you make of Toni Kroos? I believe this will be his last game for Germany. I don't know if Nagelsmann could end up convincing him, because not even, Fiorentino Perez was able to do that, at club side. But do you think that is the end? We've just seen totally there's nothing that's going to bring him back. And then also there's another Manuel Neuer who is over 35 or 36 in the German national team. You think this could be the last appearance for them, for the German national team?
Let me start with Manuel Neuer. Absolutely no doubt, one of the best in the history of football. In the 21st century, from the 2010s, I can say, without a shadow of doubt, that Manuel Neuer has no competitor when it comes to whom the best goalkeeper is. But you see, the problem is that they've been unable to replace him because they are scared of what Bayern Munich is going to say. Bayern were furious to the extent that they did promise the German national team that should that happen, then no player from the Bayern Munich setup will be allowed to play for the national team, which I think is very offensive, which I think is very inappropriate, because if there's a player or if there's a goalkeeper who is performing better than your player, you should accept the fact that his error has passed. But on to Toni Kroos, I think he's fantastic as a footballer, as a person, but the game is moving past him. You understand? I mean, at international level, you see players who are always going to run better than him, players who are going to understand the game better than him. He's going to be mentally quicker than almost every single player that he's going to face. But no matter how good you are up here, you need to be able to transition the mental understanding to the physical aspect of the game. You don't necessarily have to be good up here and not be able to transit that into play. And that's exactly what is happening. There are players who are running rings around Toni Kroos. Yes, so I would say that the German national team will have to move away from Toni Kroos, bring in young players who understand the game and are willing and able to run for 90 minutes.
All right, so it's an end of an era, if you should ask me, for the German national team. Maybe, probably, officially, we are not going to see Toni Kroos kick the ball anymore because he has hanged his boot after Germany were knocked out of the ongoing Euros. They were the host nation, but unfortunately, it was Spain that knocked them out by 2-1 after extra